Who is the most influential player in Fortnite history?
Oh my god! Oh, baby!
Who completely changed the way we see and play Fortnite?
Oh!
From Myth Towers to FaZe Sway High Ground retakes, this is Chapter 1's most influential players.
Yes! Oh my god!
Let me know in the comments which players I should include for Chapter 2. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video, as I think the last player might surprise you. To kick things off, we have an absolute no-brainer. The face of Fortnite. Always energetic, usually toxic, but definitely dominating. Ninja.
Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god! I got it.
Like I am sure many of you watching who began playing Fortnite in the early days watched what Ninja was doing and were mesmerized. The combination of sheer skill, aggression, and a focus on being flashy for content was a match made in heaven. Not only were millions and millions of people tuning in every single stream and video to get their dose of Ninja, but every kid wanted to play like Ninja. In a battle royale where the last player standing wins, most of the player base was opting to be defensive, finding a house or a high ground position and waiting for zone to close in, avoiding fights and hoping the last player wasn't the best. Not Ninja though. Continuing his famously aggressive playstyle from Halo and H1Z1, Ninja would not just wait for his opponent to come to him. He would take the fight straight to them, using every trick in his arsenal.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, dude! Let's get going, man!
While Ninja was praised for his aggression and flashy playstyle, it wasn't always the most effective for winning games, and it often wasn't the most annoying playstyle to verse. One player, however, was breeding the first wave of builders. The kids who, after being shot once, would build the Taj Mahal. I am, of course, referring to the architect himself, Myth.
Yes, let's go, baby! Let's go!
Want to see sexy no scope?
Oh! No way! That's how you do it, baby! Let's go!
Myth's playstyle was often made fun of by players such as Ninja.
The global leaderboard in this game is a joke. It's just wins. So if I want to sit on my ass all day and get one kill a game and camp in a tower... Oh, excuse me, sorry, what the f was that?
However, you can't argue the impact this playstyle has had on the game. Fortnite has become a building game that has shooting. Most people's first instinct is to build first, then shoot. Myth was one of the very first players to highlight the strength of building, pioneering many of the mechanics and fundamentals that led Fortnite to where it is today. This was still the very early days of Fortnite though, so often it just meant building 1x1s or ramping off your opponents to play more defensive. But what if we combined these two playstyles? What if instead of using building to simply get away from your opponent, you use building to be aggressive? Enter Tfue.
Oh my god, dude! Jesus Christ.
I got him too.
Nice.
I got him too. Above you. Got him. Got another dude. Guy's about to get the Tfue Classic.
When people were debating who was better, Ninja's aggressive, fast-paced playstyle or Myth's defensive building, Tfue proved that it didn't have to be one or the other. You could play aggressive and push for eliminations, but use higher level building mechanics to keep yourself safe. This, combined with a knack for finding every exploit in the game to add to your arsenal, meant that every kid was trying to play like Tfue. With the introduction of the skirmishes and more serious competitive events outside of kill races, Tfue would introduce tens of millions of players to the competitive side of Fortnite, influencing the next generation of competitive players, even streaming himself qualifying to the World Cup. With the introduction of turbo building and playground modes, some players weren't interested in competitive, but instead wanted to master the art of their building. Instead of simple yet effective building, they wanted to go bigger and faster. The flashier the better, and there was one player faster than them all, FaZe Sway.
Boom, go down.
FaZe Sway's early content would gain a lot of attention for his incredible building and editing skill, often known as the best console builder. Implementing an aggressive and flashy playstyle, but instead of trick shots and boogie bombs, it was 90s and quick edits. Kids quickly became obsessed with his building, especially his high ground retakes. Sway, seeing this, would upload two of the most influential videos in Fortnite history: his retake tutorial version 1 and version 2 in April and July of 2019, changing Fortnite forever. This wasn't just watching Ninja or Myth and trying to pick up on things they did. Combined with the introduction of playground mode, kids could now spend hours upon hours perfecting these movements to then unleash them on their lobbies. This was combining the flashy aggression of players like Ninja with the building skills of Myth, an unstoppable force that made the skill ceiling of Fortnite seem endless. The one downside of this playstyle was the material required. In Fortnite, especially in more competitive lobbies, this overly fancy building wouldn't work, right? You'd just burn through all your mats or get chopped out by a smart opponent playing safer. Many people saw this playstyle as unrealistic. It would never work in a tournament or against better players. You would have to play slower and more defensive if you wanted to do well in scrims or tournaments. Or would you? What if you were so good, so mechanical, you could build and fight like this even against the best of the best? Well, you'd probably be Mongo.
Oh my fucking god! Let's go!
Much like FaZe Sway, Mongrel built a huge following off his flashy building and edits, styling on kids in pubs, dropping 30 and 40 bombs, as well as taking on the best players in the world in 1v1s. Yet there were always those people who argued it would never work against better players. The best pros were basing up playing slow and methodical, taking smart peeks and never using too many materials, right?
Oh my god, I'm so good! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Shit on! Shit on! Don't, bitch, don't! Shit on!
Wrong. A lot of players were doing that, but not Mongrel. He introduced a lot of casuals into competitive Fortnite and showed that it wasn't about just sitting in boxes. Qualifying for the World Cup was smart gameplay, but it wasn't safe gameplay. Dialing the aggression up to 11 in lobbies of pros and popping off. This bred a new wave of competitive players. No longer were tournaments and scrims to only be spent playing for placement, and public matches were for W key. You could overwhelm even the best players with your mechanics and still place in tournaments. So far in this video, I've focused heavily on the more competitive side of the game. Those who influence the insane skill gap in Fortnite, inspiring players to practice and perfect their mechanics. However, one player I believe has had an even bigger impact than all of these players in Chapter 1. What if you don't want to be the best? What if you don't even care about winning? What if you just want to enjoy the game, have a laugh, and do dumb shit?
God damn it! I'm so bad! Oh! God damn it! It's a big scam! Oh, balls! That's a Twitch Ollie. I'm going in for the Twitch streamer. No! I'm so done! I cracked him. He's in the storm. Surely he dies. Oh no!
That's right. I'm talking about the king of never taking Fortnite too seriously, LaserBeam. Many people who once loved Fortnite, or even still do, imagine what the game would be like if creative was never added. If people never focused so much on sweating and instead on just having fun. This part of today's video could go out to any of the meme strat creators, but just from sheer size of his content, LaserBeam showed the world that you didn't have to sweat to enjoy Fortnite. He showed people you don't have to be the best to win a game. If anything, sometimes it's better to lose having fun than not enjoy winning, and for that reason, I'm giving LaserBeam the #1 spot of most influential player in Chapter 1.